Welcome back to another Arc Aberration video, guys, and today we're taking a look at the Basilisk. So today is another Arc Insight video, and you may notice these little three-pronged trident things behind us that are actually moving. That's totally not creepy or anything whatsoever. We don't have to worry about that, and you can totally walk through them. That's cool too. Well, these are actually the Basilisks. So you can see here our Basilisks are below ground. You can actually command them to bury. And you can see there. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this does yet. I'm guessing it's going to attack people that walk by. They're essentially going to act as traps. But, you know, I really can't see people really falling for it kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I don't know if we can get this bull pup. Can we get this bull pup to go near him? Go, turn around. See that? There you go. You can see there, yes. He's kind of like a trap thing. He's just like hidden and he's like, I'm going to eat you kind of thing. Yeah, so it looks like they just pop out when enemies nearby. Well, you can see all three of them now, all the big beasties themselves. So these guys are pretty cool. They're essentially what the Titanoboa should have been. Pretty much that's exactly what they are. They're exactly what the Titanoboa should have been. However, these guys are a lot more badass and much cooler than the Titanoboa. So if you guys don't know what the Arc Insight videos are, we pretty much go through their stats briefly, but we mainly check out their abilities, what they're able to do, as well as their maximum melee damage and maximum movement speed. All around, these guys are pretty solid. They've got a huge amount of health, a huge amount of stamina, a colossal size amount of weight. Look at the, Jesus Christ, 3,388 weight on this bad boy. That is incredible. That's a lot of weight. I mean, it's kind of understandable. They're gigantic snakes, but Jesus, that is a lot of weight. All right, so their abilities. They've got 3 so far as I can tell. Although I'm going to say and stick it to 2 at the moment. So this first one is a little bit weird. I don't understand what it is really. You see that attack there? I don't know if it's a roar, if it's like a spit attack. I've tried testing it on other enemy dinos and like getting really close up in their faces and doing that to them. I don't think it does anything. I've tried. I haven't successfully pulled anything off. That is the attack. That's your C attack pretty much on computers. And that's what happens when you press the right stick button on PlayStation 4. Now his secondary attack, which is triggered by L2 for controllers or left click for mouse, is essentially a poison wyvern spitball. That is a lot stronger and a lot like deadlier. Look at that, 545 damage we're doing to these guys. And it still does damage over time, which you saw there. You have to be careful though, because if you do walk through it, you will take damage from it. That is his secondary attack. Now his primary attack is what you'd expect it to be, a bite attack. 250. Now this guy is a huge powerhouse. I mean, it's kind of to be expected considering his size. Like, he's just a colossal size machine. He's huge. So this guy is easily one of the strongest creatures on Aberration, and I would definitely recommend taming him up. We will be doing a how to tame video of all these guys very soon, so stay tuned for that. But this guy is incredible in his own right. Now, another really kind of unique thing is that they kind of traverse the terrain by like slithering over it. You can see they're kind of like the Titanoboas. They're kind of limited to how much they can slither over. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. They're kind of limited to how much they can slither over, but they are able to slither over like rocks and all that sort of stuff. You see here, we'll come down here and we'll be able to like slither over this stuff, which is really cool. You've just got to be careful because you're obviously going to take fall damage if you go from a height that's really high. You don't want to do that. But these guys are really cool. They've got really good sprint speed. They're really fast, actually. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the testing of their melee damage and movement speed. Now, I think this guy here had the highest amount of melee damage. He's got 455. We've got 2 other dudes over here, and we're doing them just like we did all our other previous Arc Insight videos. Oh, God, we're going to have to walk around. These guys are massive. They're so big. Yeah, so he was our massive melee damage dude. All right, we're going to jump on this guy here quickly. They've also got some pretty unique colors on them, I must say. Most of the Arc Aberration creatures do, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait to get into a playthrough for you guys and show what it's all about. All right, so we're going to chuck in the experience here. Bum, 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 bum. Done. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now the Basilisk has tons of levels, all the levels. We are going to pump his movement speed right up to maximum. Look at his little hippity-hoppity dance he does. It's kind of cute. All right, we're going to pump all of it, and we're going to see just how fast this guy flies. You saw how fast he was without the buffs into his movement speed. Now get ready for a whole heap of movement speed in this guy, because I can tell you now, he's going to be so fast. All right, there we go. He's still doing his little tribal dance. Now, this is his walking speed. Yeah, slow to be expected. this is his sprint speed. He is fast. That is very fast. His base speed before the buffing was decently fast, but this takes it to a whole new level. Granted, it's not on par with the Mole Rat's cage roll attack, but you know, this is still pretty impressive. Like, look how fast he's covering the terrain and everything. That's pretty cool. The only problem I have with these guys is their turning radius. They have a decent turning radius, but it's still a little bit hard to control. You can see there, it still takes them a little bit to turn around. Oh, now we're stuck in the wall. We might glitch out like we did with the Mole Rats. No, never mind. Okay, so yeah, so this guy's movement speed's pretty decent, I must say. We're gonna head back now. I don't think his movement speed has really affected his attacks. He still is able to attack while sprinting, which is pretty useful. But this guy still lacks the melee damage that our other dude will have. Once we pump him up into full melee damage. But I definitely recommend taming one of these guys up. Their stamina usage is pretty good. I wouldn't really think you'd need to pump too many levels in stamina for these guys. Weight, you definitely don't need to touch weight. These guys have huge amounts of weight. Same for the health. Their health is actually really good. So all you really need to pump on these guys is probably health, movement speed, and melee damage if you really wanted to. Because their stamina, weight, that's all really good. I mean, you could probably even leave their health alone, depending on how buffy or tanky you would want to make them. I would at least get them to 10k health. But you've got to remember as well, these are maximum level tames on the server. Alright, so let's go over here and grab this Basilisk dude up. He was our max melee damage. Yep, there we go. So we're just going to chuck the command in there, give him maximum melee damage. Bam. Alright, so we're going to pump this guy melee damage. Now, this guy was doing 500 attack, I believe, with his spit attack. We'll have to go back in the footage and rewatch it. I reckon once this is going to at least do 1500 with his spit attack, which is extremely deadly. Can you just imagine taking these guys up against the Reaper Queen? Yeah, neither can I, because they would absolutely demolish her. Alright, here we go. This poor little Parasaur is going to be the first victim. 960 is the attack we did with our bite. Pretty sure the bite attack we were doing previously was only 250. We're going to lob a hurl of poison goo at these guys here. 2,000. Geez, I was completely off. 2,000 damage is incredible. That is a huge... That is essentially 4 times the amount of damage that it did before. We might actually kill our dudes there. No, never mind. So this is doing 2,000 damage. That is huge. It's not even like, it's just killing them in one gigantic blow. These poor glowflies down here are going to be the next victims. You've just got to be really careful, like I said, of getting yourself in this spit attack, because you can essentially do some serious damage to yourself if you accidentally get caught in it. So make sure you watch out for that. But yeah, this guy is really incredible. Like I said, health, melee damage, and movement speed is all you really need to pump on these guys. They've got an extreme amount of weight as it is. Look at that. I can't get over that weight. That's incredible. Their torpor is still pretty cool too. The torpor is actually not too bad. Their health, yeah, it's pretty good. Stamina, I don't think you would really need to touch stamina at all, if anything. But like, you can see the difference between this guy and the movement speed dude that we pumped up. This guy is still pretty fast, but the movement speed guy is obviously faster because we pumped all those levels in. But you might not even need to pump movement speed all that much, because these guys are able to traverse quite a bit in quite a bit of time. I mean, granted they're gigantic, that kind of makes sense. Look at the caliber of these guys. I mean, I'm still a bit curious as to whether this is attack or like a roar. We haven't managed to figure it out. You can see here, if we come over here to this Parasaur, it doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking it's just a roar attack. Maybe we have to spit and roar. I don't know. Like I said, I can't figure it out. Maybe it's just a roar attack, and we're just looking too much into it, trying to get our hopes up for it to actually be an attack. But yeah. So next up on the Ark Insight vids, I think you guys should be liking them. We're just going in depth with all of them. Next up, we're going to take a look at all the little glowy dudes and just see what all their little effects can do. But other than that, guys, that'll pretty much be it for this video. We're just going to appreciate the beauty of these basilisks, because my god, are they gorgeous. But yeah, these guys are huge in size. They're going to be really exciting to try and tame. I can already see it going down now, and they've got the unique ability to bury. So they're essentially Purlovias, but people will be able to see them. So you could set them still up around your base. You know, maybe put a few walls in front of them just to like not hint that they're there or anything. But I see these guys being a really big pivotal role in PvP. Definitely playing a big role in PvP. It did look like they briefly joined up for a second, but it didn't look like that was the case. Alright guys, other than that, that'll be it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.
And I got this soul.